So hello, so in this video I'll pick up from where I left last time. This is R programming. So previously I had shown you how to, let me just clear my plots here that I did here. Let me also clear here. So previously I had shown you how to load data in R. So we started by first loading our libraries, and then thereafter we did load the data, then cleaned all the, checked if we had missing variables, and then of course cleaned the data. So that is where we left last time, and of course we included only the complete cases. So this time around I want to show you how to do a bar chart. Yeah, so a bar chart, and this time around I'm using a nominal variable. So a nominal variable basically means it's a qualitative data. It's names of places, names of people, you know. So in this case, in our data that we had loaded last time, I'll be doing a plot on customer segments. We want to know per customer segment, how much do we have, how many sales have we made in terms of counts. We need to know, we need to draw a bar graph that actually reports that to the CEO, you know, to the management, to the team, to generally the company. We need to tell them that in corporate, this is what we sold. In home office, this is what we sold. In consumer, this is what we sold. That now gives us, you know, we're trying now to do some visualization here. So I'll start by first saying, assuming we never loaded the library. So the first thing you need to do is load the library, and the library in this case is ggplot2. That is a library. So you load it first and say, yeah, we have the library ready. The next thing now is now to load the exact function. So the function that plots that does plots in R is ggplot. That is a function. Now the first thing you need to do is also tell R, please, my plot will be coming from data that I loaded. Then aesthetics is what exactly in that data. What do we pick as X, what do we pick as Y? So the first thing you need to tell it, please, in my Y we use these symbols, and say in my Y, in Y pick customer segment. Yeah, customer segment, and tell it, please. Now that is the first thing you've told R. In my plot, pick X, that is on the X-axis. I mean, as you are plotting only the customer segment. Then what next are we adding? So sorry, let me just, what happened? Okay, something happened. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so next you're doing is we're telling R, after you've picked that, please put that in bars. So GM bar, so that is bar chart. Yeah, so that is bar chart, and say, you're trying to say, in my bar chart, put that data that I've told you, the aesthetics, put bar. But on what basis am I putting that bar on? So you're telling the statistics, there's something called start. This my stats, please put count, and specify that we are using a count. So count, this is what you say, count. Sorry, we use two quotes, so count. We are doing that. That is what we're using to put our bar charts. The next, what are we adding next? The next thing is we need to add now the labels. What am I labeling on the X and that's the Y? So then what we do is, so actually not really labeling on as a graph, but labeling the bars. So you use GM text and tell it, please, on the text, use so the aesthetics use, for the first thing is you need to label based on count. So you in R, that is how you include label in aesthetics. Then thereafter, after you've done that, proceed and do what? Proceed and add on the text. You need to also to say where do we put those labels of the bars. So the next thing is you say, so the stats, you need to put what? You need to put still count. Just put the counts of the frequencies, more or less of the frequency. Then the next thing is please put vjust. So vjust in R means that it is the vertical adjustment of the labels. So of the labels, where do you put them? Put them in the middle, and this is the adjustment. The vertical adjustment is normally negative 0.5. Then after that, the size of the font size, the font size of my labels should be what? Should be 3. That is what we did put. So we're done with the labeling. So the next thing we need to add is we add now the theme. And theme normally you need to say for us to be safe, you need to make the background less visible than the area that we want to see. So you put the minimal. That's what we use. Then thereafter, what do we do after that? Now we need to specify now the labels of our charts, and what we use labs to do that. And labs, the first thing you need to do is put a title. So a title, let's say this. What is this? What are we plotting? So the frequency, the aperture, let's say a chart for customer segment. So that's the first thing. Then thereafter, what do you need to add next? We need to add the x plot, x label. So in the x, say customer segments. That is the segment. That's where we'll have the customer segments. Then next we need to add y label. What do we put it? We say on the y side, put a frequency, or let's say count of customer segment. So that is it. So we're done with that. Then we're done with the plotting. So next you just run the function. If you run that should give you a bar chart. And if you want to see it on a larger note, on a larger aspect, that is how you now. So this is generally the way we draw a bar plot in R. So let me reduce it back to where it was. Sorry, this is where it was. That is better. So something else, if now we want to add color, because for instance, if you plot this alone, we still have our bars, our bar chart, and you can see that's how it is. It's a very nice one, but not nice enough to be presented in a Office setup. So what you need to do, the next thing, you need to add some color, to make things a little bit better. So what you need to add next is do what? Say fill. Please fill all the whatever is the bars should be filled based on what? On the customer segment. So these tells R, please just find your own colors, but fill my bars with the column, so that every customer segment has its own different color. And if we run that, that's what we get. So you see, this is a nice and wonderful graph that everybody would want to see in an Office setup. Thank you so much. Join me in my next video and show you how I'll do histograms for quantitative variables. But for now, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and follow for more content.